What if the future of medicine glowed in the dark? Scientists have engineered a neon green marvel born from cutting-edge stem cell science. A monkey that does just that, glow in the dark. This isn't just a weird animal experiment. It's a bold step toward curing diseases we've battled for centuries. Yet, as the glow fades, the debate ignites. Is this a miracle worth celebrating, or a warning we can't ignore? In November 2023, scientists at the Chinese Academy of Sciences unveiled a creation that sounds like it leapt from a mad scientist's dream. The world's first live-born chimeric monkey, glowing under UV light thanks to cutting-edge stem cell wizardry. This isn't just a quirky lab stunt. It's a blazing neon sign pointing to a future where diseases like Alzheimer's, heart failure, or Parkinson's could be tamed. But as that glow flickers, it also casts shadows of doubt. Is this a triumph we should celebrate, or a Pandora's box we're cracking open? Stick with me, because this story is about to take you on a wild ride through science, hope, and the murky edges of morality, and you won't want to blink. Let's peel back the curtain on this glowing marvel. This isn't your everyday monkey. It's a chimera, a single organism stitched together from two genetically distinct cell lines. Picture two streams of vibrant color, say electric green and muted gray, merging into a swirling new shade. That's what happened here, but with life itself. Scientists began with two monkey embryos, each a tiny cluster of potential. From one, they harvested stem cells and spiked them with a gene borrowed from jellyfish, the same one that makes those sea creatures glow green under UV light. Those jazzed-up glowing cells were then injected into the second embryo, and after being implanted into a surrogate mother, a baby macaque was born, a living mosaic with up to 90% of its body, from its brain to its tiny toes, pulsing with that neon glow. But the glow isn't just for show, it's proof of something massive. It screams, "We nailed it!" For the first time, researchers showed that primate stem cells can be coaxed into a state called naive pluripotency, a superpower that lets them transform into any cell type and take over an organism's development. Sure, we've seen chimeras in pigs or mice before, but primates are a different league. They're closer to us, biologically speaking, and that makes this a game changer. This monkey only lived 10 days, but in that short flicker of life, it became a legend. The first chimeric primate with such a jaw-dropping donor cell dominance. How did they make this glowing miracle happen, and why did it fade so fast? Hang tight, because the answers are coming, and they're mind-blowing. Ready for the nitty-gritty? Imagine two microscopic balls of cells, each destined to become a monkey. From one embryo, scientists plucked embryonic stem cells, those blank slate builders of life, and slipped in a gene for green fluorescent protein, GFP, the jellyfish trick that turns cells into tiny green lanterns under UV light. Those glowing stem cells were then injected into the second embryo, still just a fragile speck of possibility. The two cell groups fused, their fates entwining like a cosmic ballet. Planted into a surrogate mother's womb, that hybrid embryo grew into a living monkey, a patchwork of glowing donor cells woven into the host's DNA. This isn't about snipping genes with CRISPR, though we'll tease that later. It's about stem cells, biology's ultimate shapeshifters. They can become muscle, nerve, or even bone, guided by the right cues. What's staggering here is the takeover. In some tissues, like the brain or heart, 90% of the monkey's cells came from that glowing donor batch. That's not just blending, it's a coup. It proves we can steer primate development from the ground up, a feat scientists have chased for decades. The process wasn't flawless. There were hurdles like keeping those stem cells stable or ensuring they didn't clash with the host. But the result? A neon testament to human ingenuity. So, if we can do this with monkeys, what's stopping us from glowing up human biology? And why only 10 days? Keep watching, we're about to dig deeper. Why does a glowing monkey matter to you? because it's not about a cool pet. It's about cracking open doors to cures we've only dreamed of. Think of the big killers. Alzheimer's, with its memory-stealing fog, Parkinson's, locking bodies in tremor, Huntington's, a genetic time bomb. Mice, our go-to lab buddies, don't cut it. They're too far from us evolutionarily. But monkeys? Their brains, hearts, and genes mirror ours closely enough to make a difference. Here's the vision. Scientists could tweak stem cells to carry disease mutations, blend them into chimeric monkeys, and build living models that mimic human conditions. That green glow acts like a spotlight, tracking where those cells go and how they misfire, then letting us test fixes on the spot. The possibilities are already shimmering into focus. In 2024, another team used CRISPR to repair liver disease in fetal monkeys, showing gene edits can spread across organs. Now, scale that up. Chimeric monkeys could help us tackle brain disorders, spinal injuries, or congenital heart defects. Imagine growing human-compatible organs in these animals for transplants, or using them to perfect regenerative therapies that rebuild damaged tissues. This glowing macaque is the first spark in a fire that could light up medicine's darkest corners. But there's a catch. Something dims this bright promise. What if these chimeras can't thrive? What if they hurt? Let's flip that stone next. Here's where the glow gets murky. That monkey lived just 10 days, and no one's quite sure why. Was it a random glitch or a red flag, like immune rejection or unseen flaws in the chimera's makeup? That's a gut punch for ethics. Monkeys aren't disposable tools. They're smart, social beings with emotions we can recognize. The idea of them suffering, even briefly, for our breakthroughs stings. Picture a bioethicist, let's call her Dr. Emily Chen, leaning forward with a furrowed brow. The potential is dazzling, but so is the cost. Can we justify creating lives that might end in agony, or end dissected on a lab bench? Zoom out, and the questions get thornier. If we can remix monkey DNA, humans are next in line. Today, it's disease models. Tomorrow, it could be genetically enhanced babies or chimeric humans for research. Critics warn of a slippery slope to a dystopia where nature's rules are trashed. And with endangered species like the vaquita or Amur leopard teetering on the edge, some argue we should heal the wild, not tinker with it in labs. But what if this tech saves nature? Picture using chimeras to boost genetic diversity in rare primates, like how cloning propped up the red wolf. Suddenly, this glowing monkey isn't just a science star. It's a beacon for a dying planet. Hope or hubris? You tell me, we'll circle back. This glowing monkey isn't the end. It's the beginning, a flare illuminating a frontier both thrilling and treacherous. It's a neon promise of healing, a chance to rewrite millions of lives. It's also a warning, glowing with the weight of choices we can't unmake. As Dr. Chen might say, science gives us the tools, but we pick the path. Researchers are already plotting next steps, refining the technique, maybe pairing it with CRISPR to target specific diseases with laser precision. But each leap forward stacks up more dilemmas. How far do we push? Is curing dementia worth a monkey's pain? Who draws the line? One last curveball. What if this monkey's not alone? What if hidden labs are already brewing bolder chimeras, ones that could change everything? Subscribe and stay tuned, because this glow's just getting started. This is your moment. Should we charge into this chimeric future or pump the brakes until the ethics align? Drop your thoughts below. I'm all ears. This isn't just a lab story. It's our story, and we're all in the script.